It has been revealed that 40 members of the White Helmets in Syria have come forward and admitted publicly on the record that they staged chemical attacks with the explicit purpose of slandering the Assad government and giving a pretext to foreign countries to carry out bombings, invasions, and essentially being involved in the conflict, even though the so-called rebel forces are already proxy forces of foreign governments. This gives the justification for international forces getting more directly involved. Now, the study has been revealed by Democracy Director Maxim Grigoriev on Thursday and was revealed at the UN. We have interviewed 40 members of the White Helmets, including those from Duma, who've provided detailed description of their methods commonly used by their organization to fake scenes. Those people told us in detail how they had to participate in the staging for a few dollars to buy some food for their families. Now, the foundation conducted this study by going to Duma, talking to the White Helmets who have admitted to staging the attacks, and the families, many of whom were actually coerced into doing it, and they gave details into how these attacks were actually staged. One woman recounted how she was given a white burial shroud to wrap herself in and then was told to lay on the ground and smear her mouth with toothpaste. Another recalled being told to close his eyes as he was being filmed, being taken to a medical center by members of the White Helmets. A White Helmets member in Duma told investigators that local children were given candies as rewards for their participation in the staged videos. Now, the organization, the Foundation for the Study of Democracy, interviewed 15 witnesses at the site of the Duma attack, 40 members of the White Helmets who admitted faking the attacks, and more than 25 others who witnessed the attacks being staged. It also analyzed photographs and videos of the events. Now, this stands in complete contrast to the narrative that we have been given by the mainstream media. It is done. The lie that Assad carried out chemical weapons attacks on his own people is done. The perpetrators of it, those who actually faked it, have now admitted publicly on record that they were the ones who did so and that it was not the Syrian government, as the media and allied media have been telling us. This is done conclusively, provably, that the United States, the UK, Canada, and many other first world countries, and particularly imperialist countries, have lied from the beginning about these chemical attacks, and these people should be taken to task. These people should be held accountable for the lies that they have spread. The United States should be held accountable for the bombings that it has carried out against Syria in response to these attacks, which they knew very well were faked. This finally puts an end to it. All the anti-Syrian independence people finally need to shut up. It's over. You didn't know what you were talking about. You fell for a lie. You didn't critically look at the evidence available. Now, you don't have to like Bashar al-Assad. You don't even have to support him. You have to support the right of Syria to determine its own destiny. You just have to support them not being bombed by the US. I don't know why this is so hard for a lot of people to understand. You don't have to kneel at the altar of Assad or something. You don't have to run around falsely claiming he's a socialist to justify your position on it. All you have to do is respect the right of the country to its own self-determination and not be killed by the United States. Now, this is a fairly simple thing to understand. And I know there's a lot of people out there who like to do, we don't side with the rebels or the government, kind of nonsense. But respecting the right of the country not to be killed by U.S. imperialism is something that every Marxist should be able to understand. Now, we know liberals are always going to stand on the side of humanitarian intervention where they end up murdering mass amounts of people. But as Marxists, we should and must respect the basic right of the country not to be killed by imperialism.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.